Welcome, everyone. We are here today at the University of Cincinnati campus in the Kautz-Uible Crypto Economics Lab. We bring you content in the realm of cryptocurrency with a goal in mind to educate, innovate, and celebrate those around us. My name is Sunshine, research affiliate.
And I'm Kishan, a research assistant at the Crypto Economic Lab. And today we'll be building a mining rig and learn how to create some passive income. So there'll be three series of videos in which first we'll be going through the hardware and all the parts needed. In the second video, Sunshine will be building the rig and I'll try to help around. And in the third, we'll be going through the software and let's mine.
Kishan is our expert miner, so along the way he will be giving us tips and pointers. So I think we're ready to go to the lab. Come join us.
Let's go.
Here are the hardware items for your rig build.
This is your mining frame or your storage box where your equipment will be held. Kishan, where can you get this and how much do you want to spend?
So you can get this anywhere like on Amazon, eBay, probably around 100 to 200 bucks. While selecting a mining frame, you only have to make sure that it supports the number of cards that you're buying. Like for this build, we are using 6 GPU mining.
These are the storage cards or memory card that connects the hardware with the software. There seems to be a lot of choices here when it comes to the type of storage card needed. Explain to us what are the options and which one that we are going to use for our rig.
So while building a rig, we definitely have to choose from different types of storages. So here we have a pen drive, HDD and SSD and a M.2 SSD. For our rig, for this project, we just need a little bit of storage. That's around 32 to 64 gigs of storage. For our iOS, we need not a moderate amount of speed. So we can use a pen drive and pen drive works for our project. But we do have some better choices with us. The Seagate 1 terabyte of HDD, it's good. We can use that, but 1 terabyte is probably a lot of storage. It will be probably a waste for this hard drive if we use this. The 2.5-inch SATA SSD, that's probably the perfect choice for us because it has speed and it also has 128 gigs of storage. So that's probably we'll be using. And in the options, we also have the M.2 SSD. That's probably one of the best SSDs in the market right now. But yes, we'll be going with the 2.5-inch SATA SSDs. That probably suits the bit.
The power supply unit is the heart of the rig and it powers the GPU mining and it counts for watts needed for the hardware used. How much power do you actually need and is there a certain brand that you would suggest sticking with?
So while choosing a power supply, we generally have two options. The first is the server power supply, which is probably the best choice for us. And the second one is module power supply, which is generally used in PCs. With this build, we'll be using the module power supply because like this for the beginner stuff. The modular power supplies are probably the best choice. We'll be using 2 of the 1200 watts of EVGA's P2 because we need around 1800 watts of energy. This will probably do the work.
I am showing you the GPU, or the graphic processing unit. Most know it as a graphic card. It works by using accelerated video decoding and processes large blocks of data. This particular GPU is an AMD Radeon 6700 XT with 12 gigabytes. Kishan, this sounds like the most important hardware selection when purchasing your rig supplies. What are you looking for in quality?
So yes, this is probably one of the most important parts of the rig. The GPU helps us to calculate the different possibilities and helps us earn the crypto. In this, we'll be using the 6700 XT graphic cards. We also have a lot of choices, like we have 3070s, 3060s or the 5700 XTs, but we'll be going with these because these gives us around 40 to 45 mega hashes of speed, which works for us. All these cards also consume less power, so this will also be good for our electricity bills.
So you will need some accessories and some additional cords to complete your mining rig. Here you can see what is needed. Kishan, can you go over all of the supplies?
Yes, so first of all, we need a splitter to connect both of our 24-pin power supplies to the motherboard. So here we have a normal splitter which connects both of our power supplies to the motherboard. And secondary, we need a VGA splitter. This is for connecting our 16-pin GPU to the power supply. And then we need some riser extensions. These riser extensions are used for connecting the GPU to the motherboard. At the end, we need a cooler master power to control our fans. We need to keep in mind that our rig is cool enough for the mining.
Let's get into the setup. Attach the processor to the motherboard. Take the clip off and insert the CPU in the motherboard socket. Match the notch and close the lid. Apply thermal paste to the heatsink. And attach the fan and the power cable labeled fan 1.
Install the RAM by inserting into the circuit board and unlock the clip and line it up. Place the motherboard in the mining frame. Place the screws to secure on the frame. Secure the GPU with screws and add the connector and the riser to the GPU. Next, we add the power supply. Each cord is labeled along with the power supply plug. First, attach the CPU to the power supply with a 2 8-pin connector that will attach on the other end of the motherboard. Use the VGA cord. This will attach to the riser. The 24-pin will attach the power supply to the motherboard. The peripheral will attach on this motherboard and requires extra power connection with 1 SCADA and 2 Molex. You will want to connect the 24-pin to the other power supply after you have done this. Connect the power supply to the GPU. Use a splitter and bring it into the other power supply. Don't forget to plug in your SD card, and the fun part comes when connecting all the cords to the motherboard. Repeat this process times 5 for each GPU, and you will have your build. Next will be the software and USB setup.
Your first step will be to go to the website hivon.com and download the zip file in the GPU section. Next, you want to go to Balena.io to download the Balena Etcher, which is a cross-platform tool to flash OS images onto your SD card. You will flash the drive initially, and then you want to get out of there and go into your drive and add on the Hivon. Next, you will add on your SD card, and then you want to flash again, and with the warning sign, go ahead and just click yes, I'm sure. Next, you type your password and log into your Hivon ID, or if you do not have one, create one at this time and sign in. Once you're logged in, you can go to the top right hand corner and add a worker. And then from there, you can select the GPU and add existing, since we already had a pre-rig set up, or you can do new. And then you'll see that the worker is added after that in the bottom right-hand screen. Next, you want to add a wallet. You select your coin, your address, your name, and then hit create. Click on the flight sheet in the top left-hand corner and add your wallet. Put in your coin, select a wallet, your mining pool, miner and name, and then you are all set up and ready to go.